All right, guys. So once again, we got to talk about the delusions of the Democrat Party because these people are literally going insane. As the idea of Trump running in 2024 is driving them insane. And look no further than Nancy Pelosi's press conference in which she's asked about the possibility of Trump running in 2024 as proof that Trump is living rent-free in these people's heads, and they are absolutely terrified at the possibility of Trump becoming president again. They're not actually terrified of him running because they want him to run because they see that as an opportunity for them to score political points, right? They would love for Trump to run. What they're actually terrified of is the possibility of him becoming president, okay? That's what they really don't want. They want him to run. They don't want to be president, okay? I just want to make that clear. And in this press conference, Nancy Pelosi is going to show how delusional not only she is, but the Democrat Party is about their prospects in 2022. And she even goes as far as to refuse to mention Trump's name, even though the whole focus of the Democrat Party today is on Trump, right? They're more focused on Trump than they are about the issues that are actually affecting the American people. And I just found this press conference to be kind of unbelievable in the sense that it seems like the Democrat Party is just not aware that the reason why they're losing is because of their obsession with Trump, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this.
Trump has indicated that he plans to announce a 2024 run in the next month or so. What impact would that have on the midterms, and would it benefit Democrats, in your opinion?
Do I ever even mention his name? Would I even waste my time talking about him?
Well, I mean, that's all the Democrats talk about, right? Again, this is how delusional they are. It's either that or, again, they think their base is dumb. She's trying to act like we're not focused on Trump. However, the sole reason the Democrat Party exists today, and the mainstream liberal media as well, too, is to attack Trump, a guy who is not even in the White House anymore. Okay, it's been almost 2 years since he's been in the White House, and they're still attacking Trump. Think about it, guys. Right now, currently, instead of working on inflation, the border crisis, crime, gas, they're not focused on that. We're literally having congressional hearings about January 6th, aka about Trump. That's what we're doing. The Democrats have focused on that more than they focus on any issue in this country, right? They focus on Trump more than anything. But Nancy Pelosi's out here saying, oh, I don't even mention his name. I'm not worried about him. I can't tell. Seems like the guy's living rent-free in your head. Because if that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't be having these January 6th hearings right now. Okay, we wouldn't be talking about that right now. But again, these people are terrified at the idea of Trump becoming president again.
What I will say is, and I'll say this and I've said it again and again, Democrats have absolutely no intention of losing the House in November and the Senate.
Well, it doesn't matter what your intentions are. If you guys keep going the way you're going with this focus on Trump, right, having Trump's jock in your mouth, right, as long as you continue to go the direction that you're going in, you're going to get blown out, right? So it doesn't matter what your intentions are. What you're doing is obviously not working, okay?
Two, we are mobilized, we are fortified, we have great candidates, and we have our country is at risk. Our democracy is at risk.
See, here we go. But
what we are campaigning on are the kitchen table issues.
Like January 6th, right? January 6th, that's a kitchen table issue because that seems to be the only thing that you're campaigning on. Okay, like for example, this is what I'm talking about. Look at what happened down in Texas, right, with Mayra Flores. Her opponent, I don't remember his name, but what I do remember about her opponent is that he campaigned against her by saying that she's friends with Trump, right? She's a right-wing extremist. Okay, that was their whole campaign strategy. Again, this is a primarily blue district, historically blue, 80+% Hispanic district. And the Democrat, the only thing that they can campaign on was, well, the Republican woman that's running, she's an extremist. She's friends with Trump. Okay? And that campaign strategy led to what? It led to the Republicans winning that district for the first time in, hundreds of years? right? And guess what the mainstream liberal media did afterwards, right? They didn't self-reflect and say, hey, you know what? Where did we go wrong here, right? They said, no, let's actually double down on trying to paint Mayra Flores as some type of extremist. They're literally going after Latinas there, guys. They're attacking Latinas as right-wing extremists, okay? That's what they're doing. But I thought that attacking so-called women of color was racist and sexist, right? Only if you are a right-winger, right? Only if you're a conservative is attacking them racist and sexist. However, if you're a Democrat, it's fair game, because no matter what your skin color is, no matter who you like to sleep with, no matter what genitals you have, if you disagree with Democrats, then you are a straight white male. And it is fair game on straight white males, okay? That is how they treat so-called people of color who disagree with Democrats, okay? They think that that is a winning strategy. Nancy Pelosi sitting here saying, I'm not thinking about Trump. But every other sentence that comes out of her mouth is about the so-called attack on democracy, which is code name for Trump, right? That's what it is. Again, it blows my mind that these people are this delusional.
That affect America's working families, so they know the difference between a Democratic and Republican administration.
Oh, I bet they do now, for sure. I mean, look at the difference. Look at the border. Look at crime. Look at inflation. Look at the gas prices. Look at how respected we are on the world stage. We're not respected. Look at what happened in Afghanistan. Look at what's happening in Ukraine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that American people know the difference between a Republican and a Democrat administration at this point. Again, these people are absolutely delusional. I simply can't believe it. Right? I simply can't believe you're this dumb. You're this out of touch.
On top of Congress, on top of which our democracy is at stake.
She can't stop mentioning Trump.
Administration on top of Congress, on top of which our democracy is at stake.
AKA Trump, right? AKA Trump. Again, I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to continue to talk about Trump and the so-called attack on democracy, which again, it's just them talking about Trump. Again, Trump is living rent-free in their heads. They're terrified of this guy. The prospect of him running and winning again in 2024. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. It's actually kind of hilarious, too, to watch. It really is. These people, God, man.
I don't speculate on who's running in 2024, even if it's the former occasional occupant of the White House. That's up to the Republicans to figure out what impact it may have on them. But we do know that if people vote, women win, and so do their issues. So that's what we're about.
Yeah, like the women that voted out in Virginia, right? The suburban moms that came out and voted in droves for the GOP because of how extreme the Democrat Party has become. But we can't forget, if you don't vote Democrat, if you're not a Democrat, if you're not a liberal, then you're not a woman, right? You're not a woman, okay? But you are a woman, even if you're a biological man, as long as you agree with the Democrats and believe in your mind that you're a woman. Right? They really do think that going out here and trying to appeal to so-called minorities with issues like abortion and racism and stuff like that, they think people vote on that stuff. People don't vote on that stuff. You know who actually really votes on the issue of abortion? People that are against it, right? Women that are against it are the ones that actually vote on that issue, right? The only people that actually really care about abortion in this country, again, are people that are like vehemently against it, and liberal, mainly white women, in blue states, right? Those are the only people that actually really care enough about that issue to vote on it, okay? But again, these people are so disconnected from reality in the sense that they seem to refuse to acknowledge the historical fact. What actually gets people out to vote is not the so-called threat on democracy. It's not these stupid issues like racism and, you know, all the other stuff the Democrats talk about. It is the economy, right? It is how the country is currently doing in regards to how people feel about their families, mainly economically, right? And with the Democrat Party, they've come out here and embraced the social extremism that is destroying families, that is indoctrinating kids. And then on top of that, the economy is dirt, right? It's terrible. Again, all Nancy Pelosi can talk about when talking about 2024 prospects is, well, you know, the attack on democracy, right? The attack on democracy. Again, these people and their delusions are the reason why they're going to get blown out in 2022. And if Trump runs and wins the GOP primary, I'm pretty confident that he will win in 2024, right, and take back the White House. And that will drive them insane, right? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.